Okay. Now, I kind of hate my generation, and this video has some facts why I do.
Let's take a look at some of the reasons millennials are allegedly killing every business. If you're like me, you don't buy napkins. Paper towels can be used at the dinner table to clean your hands after a meal and to wipe the kitchen counter clean out.
What the fuck? So, what is your hands so sticky? Huh? Dumbass idiot.
For cooking. Because millennials have realized they don't need to buy two paper products when one will do, they're being blamed.
Well, not always one would do, because if you put that wet and use that paper products, it would just go to pieces. So sometimes you need two products.
For killing napkins. When's the last time you walked into an Olive Garden?
We don't have own gardens where I live.
Okay, I've been several times this year, but hey, they've got free salads and breadsticks with all
Salad? I don't like salad.
their food, and I had to get
Yuck.
Unfortunately, nearly everything else on the menu varies from tolerable pasta-like entrees to some kind of food challenge. The same goes for many other chain restaurants millennials are apparently killing, like Applebee's and Buffalo Wild Wings.
Well, we don't have these restaurants where I live, but I'm pretty sure it's better than all that organic crap.
Which are shocked this generation refuses to keep buying their mediocre food. Millennials are opting for healthier and more convenient options, like cooking at home.
Nah, I'm not. I think cooking is a waste of time, and all that healthy bullshit people talk about nowadays is like health freaks nowadays. Fuck that.
Going to fast casual restaurants like Chipotle or Panera, which offer less services but higher quality ingredients.
Why will you do that just to be a health freak and a fucking hipster going to a place just to get there and get lower service? There.
And of course, we love ordering delivery on a variety of apps.
I don't use apps, and I don't want to own a smartphone. I don't have a smartphone. I have a Nokia from the 2000s. Fuck modern phones.
Headlines also say we're killing the real estate industry. The reality is, millennials are simply buying homes later in life.
I think that's the reason, because of the 2008 recession about economy crash and all that bullshit that happened in 2008.
There are a few reasons for this, including the record-high student loan debt of our generation and millennials marrying later in life. But
you know I'm not going to marry her, and if I was going to marry a girl, she has to be American, and she has to like balloons. Otherwise, not gonna happen.
We're also renting longer, and when we do buy a home, it's nicer than the previous generation's first home. But part of the problem...
Nah, you can always not be true, because you don't know all the people from the rest generation you say that.
Is simple economics. There's a shortage of starter homes on the market, meaning smaller homes that people have historically bought as their first house that are around 2,500 square feet or smaller. Because builders are opting for building the more profitable, big 6,000 square foot.
You know, if I had the money to do it, I would love to buy a big home with a lot of space. That'd be nice. But the thing is that economy is not so good nowadays, and it costs thousands or more of dollars. I see the point of it.
For larger homes. That means smaller homes are pricing out millennials, who find renting or
but small homes are boring because there's not so much space in them.
Living with their parents a little longer to be more affordable. The list goes on and on, but when it comes down to it, yes.
That's definitely not me right there at all, because I don't use tablets and I don't use smartphones. So no.
Millennials have different attitudes towards certain industries, and our consumer habits are different from our parents.
Really? It depends, but you're saying, I mean, like, I prefer to buy a lot of, you know, TV dinners and stuff like that, and I prefer to buy cool 2000 stuff.
But hasn't that always been the case? Are millennials truly unique in being a generation that is out to kill every industry?
No, there's nothing unique about this generation. I mean, I think Generation X, like the earlier, but I mean the later part, like mid-70s and late 70s bones, were more unique than this generation. I'm going to tell later in the video why.
Or is the free market just working the way it's supposed to, by eliminating products that aren't innovating to keep up with what consumers want? The biggest flaw in the headlines that millennials...
Well, capitalism works that way that if there's a demand for it, it will sell. If no one's going to buy it, it's not going to sell. So that's the way capitalism works, and it has nothing to do with this generation.
...are killing X or Y is the assumption that millennials are at fault. It is the duty of businesses to cater to their consumers, identify trends, and adapt to them. It's not the job of the consumer.
You know, why should the companies conform to hipsters? Fuck hipsters.
to keep anyone in business unless we want what they're selling. In my opinion, the more interesting story isn't what millennials are supposedly killing, but rather the new industries we are creating and diverting our investments toward. You can thank millennials for the convenience of ride-sharing apps, the resurgence of public
I don't use apps.
libraries, the massive amount of coffee we
Oh, I hate coffee. It tastes horrible.
consume to make up for the exhausting
You know, I rather have a Mountain Dew instead. Let me see. Oh, where I put the can I was drinking earlier today? Yes. I rather drink Whiz. It's very tasty than all that coffee bullshit. Fuck coffee.
work of killing off the soda and alcohol industries, a growth in the
Soda's
aerospace
the best.
industry with new companies like SpaceX and several other industries that folks may debate as to whether they're a net positive or not, like smartphones and social networking platforms.
Fuck that bullshit. The only social media I'm on is Facebook. And you know why I'm on Facebook? Because I have friends outside my country. Damn it.
Millennials are also more willing to support companies that are charitable and environmentally friendly. So
Not me. Fuck all the environment is bullshit. I don't believe in global warming and all that shit.
our dollars are making the world better. This whole narrative that millennials are killing everything makes it seem like generations before us didn't demand better products and services
Maybe because the generation before was better.
themselves. Well, millennials didn't kill cassette tapes. It was those dang baby boomers
And who the fuck care about cassette tapes? They were bad anyway. I used them when I was younger, and the more you play them, the worse the sounds. CDs are better.
who viciously decided CDs sounded better
Because they do. CDs do sound better than these fucking tapes.
and were more convenient. With a growing
Yes, they're more convenient and they sounds better, so why not just go with CDs?
interest in fast food restaurants like McDonald's, the baby
Well, McDonald's is a lot better than all that hipster stuff. It's not my favorite restaurant like it used to be. I prefer KFC, but it's a lot better than what hipsters like.
boomer generation could be said to have killed diners, which drastically dropped in popularity as their generation entered the workforce. And of course, baby boomers inherited a country with a booming economy in the US and quickly went to work ruining it along with the environment. They racked
Fuck the environment.
up the national debt, burned record amounts of fossil fuels, lowered taxes which left entitlement programs
Well, low taxes can be a good idea for converts to high
with empty
taxes.
pockets, and let our country's infrastructure decay, among other things. But
I think that first happened now in 2008 when all the economy crash started.
that's a whole nother video. The real headline is a lot more boring. Businesses that are making products people no longer want are selling less of those products. Because, duh.
Nah,
That's just how capitalism works.
it's
If
because
companies
people are getting
complacent
stupid
and not
nowadays.
adapting to what millennials, the largest group of consumers, want, those companies deserve to die. And
No, hipsters deserve to die.
ultimately, they only have themselves to blame. I know, that's
Shave your fucking beards off and take your big Wayfair glasses off, man. Fuck this generation. And now, and you think that this is cool? You think that these hipsters are cool? Oh my goodness, that guy's ugly. Look at that ugly glasses and beard, it's ugly. This on the, where do it go? This on the other hand is cool. This guy is he's a 70s born man, and he has small glasses and a soul pads. That's the way guys could be, like back in the 2000s, that's the style. And talking about music, this is the kind of bullshit that Generation Y or millennials are making. The thing, oh, it's terrible. But compared to like good music, these people are born in the 70s to make this.
True boy. Mind me if I'm wrong, man, but I think you're paranoid. Paranoid. I think you're paranoid. Mind me if I'm wrong, man, but I think you're paranoid.
That's real music. See, this is what my fucking generation are making. This is crap.
Gay!
Ugh, I hate this generation, man. Fuck it. Seriously, I ended up being born 1975 or something like that. Then I couldn't be a part of this whole cool stuff back in the early 2000s, being a young adult back then. Then all this shit that we're having nowadays, ugh, 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 ugh. And young people nowadays don't even know what a Big Mac is. What the fuck is wrong with people nowadays? Oh, there's a bunch of hipsters, that's what they are. You know what? Fuck millennial generation. And I think Generation C is just as bad. At least Generation C grew up with brats and all the cool stuff. But most of Generation Y or millennials you want to call them grew up with kind of 80s and early 90s crap. That's just a rant. An explanation why those born in the 70s are better than those born in the 80s and 90s. Because those born in the 80s and 90s, like my generation, have terrible taste. They're too hipster.